6 extremely strong beast mode fragrances. I looked at my collection and I wanted to work out which fragrances are the strongest. These are the 6 that either last the longest on the skin, or they are the loudest in projection, or a mix of both. Enjoy the video. So we have 6 to go through, so let's start off with number 6, Dolce AMALFI from XERJOFF. This is a beautiful, sweet, fruity fragrance. Opens up with quince. You've got cardamom, you've got apple. So in the opening, you're going to have a spicy and sweet opening. You've also got vanilla in the base. You've got tonka bean. You've got amber. So it's a very heavy, sweet, spicy, fruity fragrance. Sometimes I get a little bit confused whether this is supposed to be for winter or summer. The reason why I say that is because Dolce AMALFI makes you think of summer. It's an Italian style perfume. It's an Italian dessert smell, so it almost makes you think that you should wear it in the spring, in the summer, maybe on vacation. But because of the heavy sweetness and the fact that it really cuts through the cold air, it's perfect for the winter, and it's a beast mode fragrance. Lasts 12 hours on my skin, so that's going to be my number 6, Dolce AMALFI by XERJOFF. 5, going for Dior On Puff, one of the strongest and most beautiful fragrances in my collection. I recommend anyone who is into fragrances in any way to at least sample this, at least try it and see what you think, because it is an absolutely a phenomenal fragrance. This mixes light notes with dark notes incredibly well. Opens up with a kind of juicy orange. You've then got iris in the mid, which gives this a real formal touch. Great to wear for black tie events when you're kind of suited and wanting to dress to impress. And in the base, you've got leather and oud. So it really mixes those light, fruity notes in the opening with the dark, sexy, seductive notes in the base of leather and oud. A beautiful fragrance, one of the best designer fragrances ever released, in my opinion. A very strong, room-filling fragrance. 2 sprays is all you need for this. It's a fragrance that will get you noticed, and you will smell very sophisticated and very expensive. Number 5, Dior On Puff. Number 4, going for a brand called INITIO Parfums, and in their collection, the strongest fragrance I've got is Oud For Greatness. This is a oud and saffron based fragrance. So it's a fragrance DNA that's been done before, but there's not many fragrances that do it as well as Oud For Greatness. This is an ultra strong, masculine, hey, look at me kind of fragrance. This is a fragrance I would picture someone like Andrew Tate wearing, someone who wants to be noticed, an alpha male type person, and someone who wants to wear something that is going to be smelt before they're seen, if that makes sense. As soon as you walk into a room, people are going to smell Oud For Greatness on you. Beautiful oud wood with saffron, and you've also got patchouli and musk in the base. A wonderful fragrance, very strong, very masculine, and smells extremely expensive. Number 4, Oud For Greatness. Number 3, strongest fragrances in my collection, Baccarat Rouge 540 EXTRAIT. The EXTRAIT for me is a much better version than the EDP. I think the EDP is slightly more feminine, maybe more on the sort of unisex feminine side. This sits more on the unisex masculine side of the fence, so a little bit more masculine. Easy to wear for me. I find it to be much more of a comfortable fragrance to wear. I don't feel as feminine wearing this. This has a creamy kind of bitter almond in the opening. You've got saffron, you've got white jasmine, so like some white florals in the mid, and you've also got a beautiful ambergris note in the base. It's quite salty, it's creamy, and it's a beautiful smelling fragrance. Smells like luxury, smells extremely expensive, and it's a really amazing fragrance to wear. I've had a few occasions wearing this where I've sprayed it on my arm, and about 8 hours later, I'd forgotten it was there. I go to the gym, or I do something where my body heats up. So going to the gym, or I think I went out to a bar before and I was playing snooker, and my body was heating up and I could smell it starting to project again 8 hours later. So for me, that's an incredible sign. Amazing ingredients, really well put together fragrance, and a fragrance that just lasts forever. If you spray this on clothes, it will last days, and I think you won't be able to get it off until you wash your clothes. So number 3, MFK Baccarat Rouge 540 EXTRAIT. Now, number 2 is a very complex fragrance, and I find this quite challenging to wear, but I absolutely love it. It's from XERJOFF again, and it's Alexandra number 2. This is an incredible fragrance with lots of different notes and very different kind of fragrance notes all blended in together perfectly. Opens up with lavender, you've got apple and cinnamon, so you kind of get that almost like a cinnamon apple pie in the opening, but with lavender. You get rose in the mid, so it kind of goes in a sort of floral direction. And then in the base, you've got vanilla and oud. The oud is a strong, powerful note which mixes really well with apple and cinnamon in the opening. So you've got this kind of weird mix where it smells really like a friendly, easy to wear fragrance in the opening, and then you're hit with this oud which just lasts forever. So it's really complex, very, I would say very formal. I can't think of another occasion to wear this. It's not a formal event. When you're dressed up, it just doesn't work casually for me. Lasts a very long time. I think I sprayed this on clothes before and I smelt it weeks after. Incredibly strong. A PARFUM concentration, so the perfume oils in this are going to be very strong and highly concentrated. Alexandria number 2 is the second most powerful fragrance in my collection. Stay tuned for number 1. So my strongest fragrance in my collection is also the most expensive. This for me was a mind-blowing fragrance. Every time I smell this, my head explodes because it is that good. It's amazing, it's smooth, it's a perfect fragrance, and that is AMOUAGE Interlude 53. Now, I own the original Interlude Man, and I own also Black Iris. I could have included Black Iris in this list as well. It's a very strong fragrance, but I went with Interlude 53 because it is stronger. It lasts longer on my skin. This is a very expensive fragrance. Granted, it's not going to be something for everyone. I recommend trying it before you but don't blind buy this fragrance because the smell won't be for everyone. It's an incredibly smooth, smoky, leathery, incense-like fragrance. If you think of the original Interlude Man, if you've tried that, it's quite hard to wear. It's very, it's not very smooth. It's very harsh. It's in your face, and it's really a challenge to wear. But this is just so smooth. It takes away any of the harshness you get in Interlude Man and makes this as smooth of a fragrance I've ever tried. It smells incredibly expensive. It smells very luxurious. And it just smells incredibly sophisticated as well. If you wear this and you wear like a nice blazer, a nice shirt or something, you're going to smell absolutely incredible. People will be asking what you're wearing. It's a room filler. It lasts forever. I think this will last over 24 hours on your skin. It will last until you shower. Smoky, leathery, ambery, incensey, smooth, fucking beautiful, an amazing fragrance. Certainly a fragrance that it's not like you buy a fragrance that's really expensive and it disappoints you. This, you buy it, it's extremely expensive, but you get your money's worth because you only need 1 or 2 sprays. So a bottle like this, 100ml bottle, is going to last you a lifetime because you're not going to wear it all the time. A special occasion only fragrance, beast mode, and a stunning fragrance. These are my 6 strongest fragrances in my collection. Let me know, what's the strongest fragrance you've ever tried?